Togami and Azura settled their dispute over an intense game of rock, paper, scissors. It's I like to imagine they have like the Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel things for just this game of rock, paper, scissors. Ideal rock. You've activated my trap card. Paper. Good day, good people. It is another fine day in the year of the Zenith Toonlink. Dave, Anomaly, the Anomalicars. Few know me as the man who's got some applesauce right on. I don't. When did this get here? It's still good. Nice. United States Aviator, welcome back to another fantastic hit the on Raw Hunger Games. We have a tag team scrimmage today in the, wait for it, Hunger Games. We have a bunch of teams mainly suggested by you guys. I think I might have I encouraged one of these teams. I think I made two more of them, and the other ones were all made by you guys. So, without further ado, let's get to some of your ideas for this upcoming season. And we got a lot of fun ones, and the first one... Yeah. Titty Typhoon. Now, before you yell at me and say, AV, what? Look. I read the name and I was like, okay, I'm listening. Then I read the explanation and I was like, you know what? Let's see. Ibuki's here because, well, her song titled Titty Typhoon. Mew is here, well, for the first part of that team name, and then Bluemine's here for the second part, the Typhoon, with her animo abilities. Honestly, it's kind of ingenious. Swan Song, Azura from Fire Emblem Fates. We just finished Birthright, and Azura is now allowed to just step through here and say, hello, how you doing? Here with Sayaka, and just together to make Swan Song Loaded Dice, which I thought was brilliant. There were two iterations of this submitted, but I like this one. I think I like this one a little bit better. I kind of like the other one too. Interchangeably with Ningguang with Celeste, but Celeste is also a part of another tag team in the scrimmage. Togami, Ningguang, and Kokichi for Loaded Dice. Clearly those, those two over there absolutely loaded rich. And then Kokichi? And Dice? Oh, it just writes itself. Fly me to the moon, come fly with me, let's fly away. Kaito, Jin, Monica, no real explanation needed. If you need an explanation, spoilers for all three of them. And as we keep going, we see Team Minami Maru, just a slip of the tongue, turned into a potential team, Minamimoto with Nekamaru and Minimaru. Who would have thunk? Tea time. Three very strong appreciators of tea. Could they all team up and get themselves a victory? A victor tea? Celeste, Lorenz, and Ferdinand Von Ayer. Deep fried chicken. Once again, I guess I shouldn't really explain. You know what? Maybe we don't really need to explain it. We could explain it spoiler free. We could explain it spoiler free. Like, for us, this is not the actual explanation, of course, but Teru, a fantastic chef. Definitely knows how to deep fry plenty of things, not just chicken. And then we have La Senora. Oh, there she is. And you know what? She's got the heat. She's bringing the heat to the kitchen as well. Trapper and Trappee. Nagito and Setsuna. Nagito, the master of all traps. And Setsuna. God, I love Setsuna. But boy, does she not know how to stay out of traps. Maybe Nagito can help her stay out of traps this time around. WrestleMania. We see the Great Gozu. And Silas for... And Azana's over there dancing, celebrating, even though he didn't do it. Silas onto the chair! The drop onto the chair! Could this be it? He's going for it again! Silas! Could this be it? Will Azana tap? Will he make both of them tap just like that? Silas wins! Silas wins! Yeah, exactly that reason. We have fun in Fire Emblem Fates. We really do. We really do. Pancake Palooza. We have Mondo, former World Pancake Champion. Sato, current World Pancake Champion. And then a face we've never seen from Your Turn to Die in these games. It is Maple. She wears the pancakes. I love Maple a bit. She's great. Everybody needs to protect old Maple. She's a Maple. Hopefully you win this one. You got my heart. Mother Dearest. We got Hiroko, Mama. And we have Hitomi from AI, the Somnium Files, Lady Killers. We got Inigo, Gonta, and Leon. Inigo, because let me tell you, that man's is, when you think of a lady killer in Fire Emblem, you look at Inigo, because that man's is that man's. Gonta and Leon, they've done it, legitimately killed ladies. Hey, Lovesick, we have 3 folks who are absolutely, I'm not gonna say addicted to someone. They love someone so much where it's unhealthy. It's really unhealthy obsessions. I was gonna say to a lighter degree, and maybe to a lighter degree, except for Genocide Jack. She's kind of up there. She's kind of up there. Ryoko, Genocide Jack, and Ranmaru. Second time in preseason. Can he actually find himself on the spot of a team this season? We'll have to wait and see. And then the coup de grace. Nothing to report. Chisa, the gatekeeper from Fire Emblem, and Mr. H, ladies and gentlemen. Chisa, oh, she's got nothing to report because her class is doing great. When she writes up those report cards, she's got nothing to report. The gatekeeper, of course the gatekeeper, and Mr. H, I think that might be big spoilers for The World Ends With You, the original one. I mean, we've played through it. Yeah, if you know what he has to do with reports, then you know what he has to do. Maybe even some secret ones, ladies and gentlemen. Those are some of the teams that you guys came up with this season. I gotta admit, there's some pretty good ones in this batch, and there's actually a couple more that interlap with some of the people who are here, so we couldn't involve like 2 teams with Kaito in them, or 2 teams with Celeste in them, etc., etc. So there's a good chunk of teams, and there's still time if you want to make some teams, because tag team action doesn't really solidify until after the tag team premiere. Until after that. However, make your picks. What is your favorite team that's here today? Let me know that in the comments below, and then of course pick first, second, third, because your comments are fantastic and glorious, like my own. Speaking of my own, and speaking of yours, I mean yours like this one, and that one. I think I'm gonna try it again. I'm breaking out the Jinx Note. And I'm gonna make my picks. I already know who I'm gonna pick. See, last time you guys were like, I'm gonna pay attention to where you're scrolling. I scrolled around, got my picks, and kept scrolling around, and then stopped where the person wasn't gonna be, or sometimes where they were gonna be. I know who I got to this one. I know. First, already got it. Second place, already got it. Third place, and also try and predict my picks. Whoever, if you have a spot-on prediction for my picks, more power to you. Maybe you are the true Jinx, and you know what? Yeah, I got my picks, and let me tell you, of the teams here today, I'm actually a big fan of a lot of these teams. I really am. I'm a really Loaded Dice was really clever. Loaded Dice is really clever, so much so, it's the clever level of Where's My Glove that I wish that I had come up with it. Where's My Glove, I don't think I would have ever come up with. Loaded Dice, I think I could have come up with it, but haven't yet. And ooh, it was a good one. It was a really good one. I've been excited to use that one, I'll be completely honest. However, Ningguang got the championships at some point. But in terms of favorite, I mean, I love Pancake Palooza. I'm the man of pancakes. How could I not love the Pancake Palooza? WrestleMania has a special place in my heart. It's the grandest stage of them all. However, I'll be frank, I think Titty Typhoon might be my favorite. It might be my favorite one here today. It's bad because I love all of these. Lovesick, also very good. All of these very good, I'll be completely honest. I think the only one here that I was thinking about, but was also suggested, was Trapper and Trappee. That is one that I had in my mind that I kind of wanted to do, but it was also suggested. I was like, oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely we're doing it. Titty Typhoon's my favorite. I made my picks though. They're in the Jinx note, but will they get jinxed? Absolutely not, because the Jinx note is a fake. That was a fluke that one time. That was a fluke. I'm here to prove that the Jinx note is not an end-all be-all. And to do that, we gotta do one thing. And that is... why am I surprised anymore? Oh, why? I simply should not be. It happens every time. Like, without fail. Asmir just tries to evade my grasp in every which way. Trying to destroy my hope and fill me with despair. Why would he do such a thing? Fill me with despair? He doesn't know. Look into my eyes. I am already the king of despair. This? Oh, you thought this was no. I am despair incarnate. Whew. Oh, what were you talking about? Oh. The spookiness? There was no such spookiness. No, despair. I would never do any sort of despair. I'm here for the hope and the good times. Don't you know? Let's go ahead and roll this dice. Asmir, I'm glad you decided to show up. You wouldn't want things to get out of hand, would you? Oh, let's roll this dice. How many times are we simulating? Huh? It's kind of right in between 1 and 5. But it's pretty much 1. It tried to hit that tree. He tried to drop a tree on you guys, but we're not doing that. No chaos today, no despair. It's just gonna be a jolly good time as we resimulate not 1 time, and not 2 times, not 3 times, not even 4 times. Hey, but for good times and an absolute lack of despair, how about we resimulate, oh yes, 5 times. Are you ready? No, I'm not doing it. It was a little too peppy for me. I couldn't keep that up. I need the little bit of despair deep in my soul. Which team could have momentum going into season 11? Which 2 will go on to that season 11 premiere? It's a good question. But the better question is, will anyone enter the World Pancake Championship match? If it's gonna be anybody, I hope that it's Maple, because she deserves. She got pancakes right in her head. Let me pull up this list real quick. Are you ready? I believe you are. I know you are, so let's go ahead and let's proceed. It is time for the bloodbath. The tributes are on their podiums, and they are no longer made of cardboard. That was a thing of the past, a thing of the past. But a thing of the now is the horns, and we sound them. Sound the horns. Oh, thank you, horn bearers. Your horns are sounding ever so delightful today, if we shall proceed. Gozu begs for one of the weapons that Ferdinand has picked up. Good old Ferdy decides to give it to him, reluctantly feels bad, gives it to him. Ningguang, however, does not feel bad for stabbing Celeste to death with sighs. I feel bad that you did it, La Signora. Decides to head back to the cornucopia, and so does Sai. They go together, in fact, looking for things that could have been left during the bloodbath, but there's nothing there, not even the cornucopia. Fools. It's retractable. Sato. Well, that's canon. Sato was forced to come out of the deepest pits of the underworld for this, and she is not happy. Jin strangles Nekomaru after engaging in a fist fight. Kokichi finds a book titled How to Cook Mama, a beginner's guide. Mama is both amazed and horrified at the level of detail within that book. Genocide Jack and Ryoko fallen. I'm sorry? Lovesick? They're both so lovesick that they fall in love with each other despite the circumstances? Who would have thunk? Who would have thunk? Terry runs away from the cornucopia. He told me finds a model cornucopia inside the cornucopia. Gonta runs away from the cornucopia. A sudden urge of dread overcomes Mr. H as Azura is just staring at him. She does have a pretty, I wouldn't say scary, but I think she could be a pretty scary stare. If you're doing something wrong, Lumine finds a bag full of explosive. Ranmaru grabs a backpack, not realizing it's empty. Inigo runs into the cornucopia and he hides. Minimaru and Ibuki compare the knives that they found in the supplies. The gatekeeper comes in and says nothing to report with a spoon. He gets laughed at. Setsuna runs away from the cornucopia. Mondo shoots an arrow at Mew, but misses and kills Lawrence instead. Oh gosh, oh no. Nagito spots his most prized possession hidden amongst the supplies. He goes to grab it, but Togami reaches it first. Maple attacks Leon, but Kaito protects him, killing Maple. Maple, no. Maple! Maple! Yep, that's me, Silas. You may be wondering why I just stepped on a landmine. Well, it all started back on the year of the aviator. You were better in the wrestling ring, Silas. You were better in the wrestling ring. Chisa and Monica both run away from the cornucopia, and Minami Motel, almost said Minamimaru, can't handle the circumstances, puts himself out of the game. You hate to see it, and we will proceed now to day one, and Minimaru joins the Mistletoe Warriors. Taking out Mistletoe left and right, because it is what we do best. Mistletoe Warriors. December is not today, so Mistletoe is not here to stay. Leon throws Jin and Ningguang. La Senora uses her secret technique, running away. That's, not quite her secret technique. Teru drinks cactus juice. He starts to hallucinate. Kokichi confesses his love to Ranmaru. Ranmaru says, cool, see ya, homie, and just leaves. Just gets out of there. Azura and Nagito, they build a shelter together. Both of them have conflicting ideas on interior design. The Grey Gozu dies of dysentery. WrestleMania did not have a good showing today. Ferdinand practices archery. Really? That's not the weapon I associate you with. Hitomi confessed her love for Genocide Jack. Genocide Jack's like, cool, see you later, homie. Leave. She's already confessed her love for Ryoko. And Hiroko is still alive. Sato catches Inigo crawled up a wall, rocking back and forth, sucking on his thumb. It seems like he's lost it for Inigo. He's been through a lot. Mondo's unknown sponsor is Asner of the 39th Dimension. Mondo, do we have to talk? That's just gonna get you second place. Ryoko wants Avi to give Donuts a chance. I love Donuts. Mew stabs Monica while her back is turned. You hate to see it. Ibuki shows Togami her murder list. At the top is Togami's name, and it's in bold too. And here we have an interesting moment. Chisa, the Gatekeeper, and Sayaka join the Adventurers Guild and are assigned roles based on their stats. Gatekeeper is the Righteous Knight. Oh, fitting. He is a Righteous Knight. Chisa, the Wise and Wizard, and Sayaka's a janitor. And if Sayaka wins, everyone knows if you win as the janitor, has not happened yet, you become the official arena janitor. That means I would have to hire Sayaka. That's, Lumine decapitates Mr. H with a sword. Setsuna and Gonta awkwardly kiss under the mistletoe, and Kaito doesn't believe in palindromes. We proceed once okay. That's not what I was expecting. I was expecting a Claire de Lune, but instead we're gonna play something a little bit more hype, a little bit more rebellious, a little more heartful. There's a flash sale down at Avi's Wares and Despairs. Ranmaru takes a free sample. Genocide Jack shops till she drops dead. Azura and Togami team up to catch the most sales possible, not supplies. Well, I mean, you know, the sales are supplies. You love to see it. Ibuki forgets her wallets, kicked out by security. Jin shops till he drops dead. Minimaru, I'm gonna keep saying Minimaru. Oh no, oh gosh, I ruined myself. Buys a 6 set of nunchucks. Inigo and Ferdinand joust with shopping carts. Only Inigo survives. Look at that. Gonta tips over an aisle, which causes other aisles to fall like dominoes. Leon, Chisa, and Ryoko perish in the process. The gatekeeper forgets his wallet. He's kicked out by security. Lumine gets her leg caught in an automatic door. Hiroko uses the opportunity to trap and kill a murdered. She uses the opportunity to murder a trapped Lumine. You hate to see that. And La Senora crushes all of our dreams, as well as Kaito, Ningguang, and Kokichi, as she tips over an aisle, causing other aisles to fall like dominoes, crushing those three. In the process, Setsuna and Nagito The tag team, the Trapper and the Trappee, fiercely snag coupons from the shelves. Teru tips over an aisle, causing other aisles to fall like dominoes, killing Sayaka, Mew, and Hitomi in the process. Mondo works at AV's wares and despairs, clocks out and heads back into the arena, and Sato takes a free sample. Unfortunately, she's allergic to the reaction. She has an allergic reaction and dies, but we're not liable for that. We have all of our listings like on those free samples. I know other stores probably don't have that. Yokos, but we do. We lost a lot of people. We might be down to your saving grace picks. What are we at? We lost 23? First, let's get a really, it feels like a terrible turnabout, but we'll hit a Claire de Lune 4. Celeste, Nekamaru, Lawrence, Maple, Silas, Minamimoto, Gozu, Monica, Mr. H, Genocide Jack, Jen, Ferdinand, Leon, Chisa, Ryoko, Lumine, Kaito, Ningguang, Kokichi, Sayaka, Mew, Hitomi, Sato. Well, we'll control off alive. I think we have slightly more. Yeah, we have 14 left. Ibuki from Titty Typhoon. Swan Songs, Azura. Loaded Dice still have Togami. Minimaru is still in, but Minimaru needs it. Minimaru needs it. Deep Fried Chicken's actually completely in, and I believe the both of them were the ones who caused the chaos and Avi's wares and despairs. The Trapper and Trappee are both in as well. Pancake Palooza still has former World Pancake Champion Mondo Mother Dearest. Mama herself is still in. Lady Killer still have Inigo and Gozu. Not Gozu, whoops, Gonta. Ranmaru, still around as well. And the Gatekeeper has nothing to report, not even a kill to report, but maybe we'll be reporting his victory. I don't know, how are my picks doing? They're not all out. That's all I'll say. We'll see if they're out by saving grace picks though. Let's proceed and see who remains after this next round. The early game arena event you never expected, you never see it coming, but we will proceed to see what else unfolds. It is Night 1. Setsuna, Hiroko, and Ranmaru play a game of Monopoly. Setsuna loses all of her properties, flips the game board over. She's furious. Ibuki gets a hold of my soundboard, and let me tell you, she plays the secret achievement music. And it is a banger as always. Inigo attempts to climb a tree but falls to his death. Rest in peace to him. Mondo's obnoxious snoring renders Gatekeeper, Minimaru, and La Senora unable to sleep. Togami and Azura settle their dispute over an intense game of rock, paper, scissors. It's I like to imagine they have like the Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel things for just this game of rock, paper, scissors. Ideal. Rock! You've activated my trap card. Paper! Teru gets a hold of my soundboard and plays Samurai Wait, it's not. Considering we're probably about to have the feast and we might not hear this, I'll allow it. Nagito and Gonta hold hands, and here's the feast. It's not a prediction. It's the feast. The cornucopia is replenished with food, weapons, and memoirs from the tribute's families. Ranmaru enjoys some steamed hams, despite the fact that they're obviously grilled. Teru. Minimaru get into a fight over raw meat. Teru gives up and runs away. Ibuki and Hiroko fight La Senora and Gonta, but Ibuki and Hiroko survive. Ibuki and Mama go on. Setsuna attacks Azura, but Nagito protects her, killing Setsuna. Rest in peace. Nagito, that's your partner! Nagito! Togami and Gatekeeper work together to drown Mondo. They know that he's held gold in the past. Tag team gold. Pancake gold. They're trying to make sure that he does not hold the gold that he needs. We still got another day to get through. We lost 4 this time around. But will we lose more? We will. We will. Togami receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. Hiroko, Mama, sets Teru on fire with a Molotov. Nagito, let's go Nagito. Mistletoe Warriors. I need a Mistletoe Warrior shirt. In a feat of amazing strength, Azura crushes Ibuki with a boulder. Minimaru screams Ibuki's name in anguish. Ranmaru breaks down and starts weeping for an unknown reason. Gatekeeper tries to console him. That's very Gatekeeper of you. Gatekeeper, that's very Gatekeeper of you. We will proceed once again. It is a Claire Loon. We lost half of the field. We went from 14. Now we're down to 7. And it is a Claire. It's so weird playing Samurai Woman, because we're about to actually go into Samurai Woman after this Claire de Lune 4. Iniga. La Signora. Gonta. Setsuna. Mondo. Teru. Ibuki. Who's left? All the teams that had both of their people in are either completely out or down to 1. A shame. However, I believe everyone who's left is not already... Clearly, most of these people are not already in the premiere. Togami is not here. And nobody else is. So, oddly enough, it's a battle between everyone who's left. The top 2... Wait, Nagito... Had to check for Nagito. That man's he's a sneak out here. He's a sneak. He's a sneaky sneak. He's not in there, but he could be. Will he be though? I don't know. Was he even your pick? How did my pick still? One of my picks is still in, so I will not reveal my picks. I will cross out my other 2 picks, and I will double. In fact, first of all, it's within your final 7. If you're new around here and you made picks and your picks were terrible, don't worry, don't fret. It's time to make some new picks. This is the part where we make some new picks based on the remaining people who are left. And they are called your Saving Grace picks. We still have Azura. Swan Song. This is her first rodeo. Could her first rodeo end in victory? Loaded Dice Togami. He's been in the Togami Corporation. He's been all over the place. He's been in many teams. Hashtag spoiled. Could Loaded Dice be what he really needed all along? It's got former champions in here. It's got former tag team champ and former singles champ Kokichi's got former tag team champ Ningguang. Is this what Togami needs? Former gold for him to get his first taste of gold. Minimaru was here by a slip of the tongue, but boy, are we not glad to see that, man. Trapper and Trappy Nagito took out Setsuna, but hey, that worked out for Kokichi. It sure worked out for Kokichi, because now him and Maki are holding gold. It was just Mother's Day Sunday. Could she still be thriving off of that big mama energy? Let's see. Renmaru. Trying to make a name for himself in preseason action, could he do it? And then Gatekeeper, his first rodeo as well. Could this be his time to shine? Make your saving grace picks. I will say that just a single one of my picks still in. My other picks, Silas, out nearly immediately. He told me I didn't do so well either, however. I got one more pick, and I'm not making any new picks. I'm just gonna double down on that pick. And if they win this jinx note, it ain't a jinx note. It's never been a jinx note. Just you wait. Although if that person dies next, I will just rip this up. I will put it up there and I will say, all right, the jinx note lives on. That person is my saving grace pick. They are my first. They are my forever. Will they win? I'm uncertain. It's a possibility. I'm hoping for it. You made your picks though, in the comments. Because that's where you do them. You comment on your comment, you edit your comment, you do what you gotta do to make your saving grace picks known, but it's your final 7. And in these final 7, we have Azura for Swan Song, Togami for Loaded Dice, Minimaru of Minimimaru, Trapper and Trappy's Nagito, Mother Dearest Momo, Renmaru for Lovesick, and nothing to report is the Gatekeeper himself. All standing tall, all fighting for those top 2 spots. And maybe momentum if some of these teams stick together going into the next season. With the same heartbeat as that of oh, that's a Samurai Woman, isn't it? Oh yes it is. Final 7, let's do this. We go on and we see Renmaru tries to enter the secret underground casino in the arena, but gets turned away by the bouncer Minimaru. Azura and Nagito look for more people to become friends with. Togami discovers the mastermind and is killed for it. The death is made to look like an accident. Togami was not my saving grace pick. Gatekeeper receives spaghetti from an unknown sponsor, and Hiroko wants to speak with the manager of AV's Wares and Despairs. Don't go all Karen on me, mama. Don't go all Karen on me. Let's go to the next round. We're only really at day 3, which is kind of surprising. Let's see what unfolds on day 3. Hiroko starts drinking cactus juice, hallucinates. Minimaru puts on cat ears on Nagito. He's actually kind of cute. Ranmaru strangles Gatekeeper with his brand new Gatekeeper. No. Gatekeeper, look. I guarantee you, even if it's not a part of the team that he's on right now, Gatekeeper's coming back next season. Gatekeeper's coming back. You better believe it. That's not a prediction. It's a spoiler. Gatekeeper will be back. But Ranmaru made sure that he's not winning this episode and not going for a shot. And that singles title. That champion of champions belt. And Azura just does Azura things. That's probably just singing. We are down to what, our final 5? Because we lost just 2? And those 2 were not my saving grace pick. Instead, they are folks who get a terrible turnabout for. Togami. Gatekeeper. Gatekeeper, you will be back. I believe in you. I believe in you will carry your team to victory. And that's not a prediction, it's a spoiler. Gatekeeper. I've never had a fire intensity like this. The Gatekeeper will hold gold in the series. He's my guy. He's my bet. But we'll see everybody else's statuses. We got Azura, Swan Song. We got Minimaru for Minimimaru, Trapper and Trappista as Nagito, Mama for Mother Dearest, and Ranmaru for Lovesick. These are your final 5. However, 2 of them will go on to that season premiere. For singles, 2 of them, which 2 will it be? Could it be Minimaru? Could it be Minimaru, Azura, Nagito, Ranmaru? Oh, mama. I don't know, but it's your final 5. And within your final 5, Azura, Minimaru, yes. Gosh, I ruined that name forever. Nagito, Hiroko, and last but not least, Ranmaru are all caught in what we like to call, a little crises. A crisis of fate. My saving grace pick? Still in. Will the Jinx Note be abolished? Let's wait and see. We will proceed and we will see. Azura makes a banquet for Hiroko and Nagito. The food was terrible. In an act of rage, Mama uses her God of Destruction abilities to erase Azura from existence. Gosh darn it, Azura! you were supposed to be the one! You were gonna erase the Jinx! Azura! Minimaru finds Ranmaru hiding, then comedically slaps him. We're down to 4 now. Dang it, Jinx Note! We will proceed, and Ranmaru wakes up from a long nap. Nagito is the best in the world! Hiroko catches the despair disease and starts posing dramatically. And Minimaru dies from hypothermia. It is Ranmaru, it is Nagito, and it is Hiroko. 3 characters, 2 will go on. And 1 will win. As we proceed, it is 2. Another 2. This terrible turnabout 4. Azura. Minimaru. We got 3. Nagito. Hiroko. Mama with 5 KOs. Mama ain't raised no fool, and she is no fool either. And Ranmaru with just 1, but we know all it takes is 1. Sometimes, it doesn't even take any. You could win by not killing a single soul. But that's your final 3. It's still technically a crisis. Crisis of fate. And unless somehow all 3 of them tie, which I don't think is implemented. We can't have a 3-way tie. I think we can only have a 2-way tie. Only 2 will go on. Who will they be? No, I'm not sure. I haven't the slightest, but I will say it will be either Nagito, Hiroko, and Ranmaru, 2 of them. The next one to perish will have the most unfortunate luck. It could all end when we click proceed, and it does not. It thought for a second. Every time you see all of the remaining competitors in a single event, you're like, oh, is it over? Nagito, Ranmaru, and Hiroko play a game Monopoly. Nagito loses all of his properties, flips the game board over. That's got to have made the other 2 angry. How angry? Not very angry at all, because Ranmaru just comes before Hiroko in this event, and Nagito receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. Someone really is out here wanting Nagito to get that gold back, or to get that gold. In fact, he's never held the singles title, and never held the champion of champions title. Will proceed because nobody perished. But this time, nobody does again. Ranmaru finds a sleeping Nagito. On the ground, raises his hand, waves it in front of his face, says 5-knuckle shuffle, dust off his shoulder, falling, punching Nagito right in the face. Hiroko walks barefoot up across a carpet of Legos, which is a death sentence, however, going against all logic and reasoning, still buffed out from Mama's Day. Powers through the pain, reaches the other side. We will proceed once again. Hiroko tracks down and kills Ranmaru. And Nagito's got his hand stuck in a can of Pringles. Let me tell you what that means. Mama gets a shot at becoming a 2-time champion. Can she do it? I believe in her. In fact, I hope she does. And Nagito also has a chance to get the championship he's never had. He's also never had the Pancake Championship, but that singles title, it's hard to obtain. We all know that to be true. We will proceed once again. You get one cannon shot. You have played one heck of a game, Ranmaru. But for you, it's a terrible turnabout. 4. Ranmaru. Nagito Momo. 2. Oh gosh, it's no KOs versus absolute brutality. But let me save that little spiel, that little tidbit, because I need to ask you one very important question. Just who will it be? Nagito, Hiroko. Let it be known that both of these two will go on to fight for that goal, to fight for Teru's Champion of Champions title, and in this game they both outlasted the champion. He is right there. But between Nagito and Hiroko, only one can come out on top. Nagito, the trap master who's been completely wait, he wasn't completely peaceful this game. He killed Setsuna. he killed Setsuna. he sure did. He sure did. Let's not forget. There should be a 1 right there. He did that. He sure did that. And then we have Hiroko of Mother Dearest for Hitomi. Hitomi and Setsuna never participated in these games, but their partners have both held gold in this series. Hiroko, former champion of champions. Nagito, former tag team champion. Who's it gonna be? Nagito, Hiroko. The somewhat peaceful Nagito, or the absolute brutality of Mama, still carrying the power of Mother's Day. The Trap Master. Oh, Mama. One will win, or both, or neither. Who will go on? They both go on, in fact. But I will tell you, the winner of this game, who will have that momentum? We know momentum's important going into these matches. Teru had that momentum from 1 versus 100, and today the momentum belongs to Nagito, as Hiroko tries to eat a turducken, but it is too much for her because she's still stuffed from Mama's Day. She had a great Mama's Day feast, but it's too much for her. She dies from stomach pains. Mama, no. That's fine. That's okay. That's just fine. You save that strength from all of the turducken that you just ate, and you go win that title again, Hiroko. You go win that title again. However, we must proceed because there is only one winner. And that winner is representing Trapper and Trappy. Trying to show Setsuna that being a master, having a master's degree in traps? Oh, that is the best way to come out on top. That's the best way to secure your victory. It's the best way to make sure everyone falls victim to their own demise. Your winner, Nagito, comes out on top. Nagito, you were not a part of my... I thought about picking Nagito. I really did. I want to say honestly, but I didn't. And you know what? That probably got him the win. Mama had a showing today. A showing. A show of shows. 6 KOs, but Nagito was the one who came out on top. The trap was the feast. He set out a whole feast for Mama. She was like, well, I can't resist such a delicious feast. She died of horrible stomach pain. She ate a little bit too much. She didn't have the appetite of Effie. But Nagito came out on top for himself and for Setsuna. They might have momentum if they decide to really actually team up come season 11. Ranmaru, still here as well. Mini Maru 4th place Azura. For your first time Major props to you in your top 5. And in the top 6, Gatekeeper. Nothing to report. Let me tell you, Gatekeeper's coming back, and he's winning gold. That's not a prediction. It's a spoiler. He's gonna be back. His team's gonna be my saving grace. Not my saving grace picks. My ride or dies. Believe it. Believe that. Togami at 7th. And I gotta say, Loaded Dice, one heck of a team. Also, Titty Typhoon. All of these, one heck of a team. I have some hecks of a team. Ibuki in 8th. Teru 9th, and rounding off your top 10, it is Mondo. And we'll keep scrolling down. We'll keep scrolling down. Sayaka couldn't come out on top. She will not be the janitor today. I still gotta hire a janitor. There's literally bodies piling up left and right. Who will it be? I'm not sure. You gotta get assigned janitor, and then you have to win the game as janitor. I don't know who could do it. It could happen at any time, anytime. It's possible in either simulator. However, we'll have to wait and see. That's all. Oh, Celeste, you were in last. Nekamaru, you were next to last. The squad. What are you, squad? What are you doing? What are you doing? Kokichi, at least you got 19th, but like, squad, come on, you guys. Come on. Come on, you guys. We will proceed once again. Start with Ningguang saying, Celeste, you gotta go. And that's really interesting. That's really interesting because I said at the beginning that Ningguang was like the sub for Celeste in that. There was like there was submitted twice, and the interchangeables were Ningguang and Celeste, and Ningguang was like, Loaded Dice is my team, Celeste, and stabbed her with size to death. Oh my gosh. You know what? That's some good lore. That's a start of a rivalry if I've ever seen one. Hiroko eats that turducken. She tries to at least. She dies. And Nagito claims the victory, even though Hiroko had a game of games. We'll proceed once again. Hiroko, 6 KOs. Azura and Ibuki both had 2. Everyone else was 1 or less. Mama, I'm just glad you're in the finale. I'm glad you're there. I'm not the finale, the premiere. Because you got a chance at 2-time gold. But Nagito, let's not forget, this was his game. He came out on top. And interestingly enough, it is somehow found a way into the premiere. Nagito somehow finds himself in the way of a premiere. Though that trio with him and Kokichi, those 3, they're trying to start another faction battle in the premiere? What are they doing? They also know Kokichi. He's mine. He's a part of the squad. They don't. Okay. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens in this premiere. We got some good people in there. We'll see what happens. We will go back to the reaping though. A lot of great teams. Some of them most definitely will be back. Some of them are so good I cannot resist having them back for the next season, unless someone on that team becomes an Agent of Chaos or becomes the new tag team champion. What'll happen? I have no idea. But I'm excited to find out. Stay classy. Year of the Zenith tomorrow. A very nice size Fangon episode. We'll have some Fangons who have never been featured, some who have been featured in the Danganronpa Hunger Games, and I'm excited to see all of them tomorrow. Is it completely set up yet? It's pretty much all the way set up. I kind of like stepping through. I've been just very recently stepping through the Instagram Danganronpa scene. A lot of really good creative stuff in there. Really good. So I'm gonna try and pick a couple, maybe pick a couple more of those as well. Because those are really creative. And there's some good storytelling in a lot of those too. However, stay classy. Year of the Zenith Toon Link Dave Anomaly, the Anomaly Cars, United States Aviator, and yeah, the Jinx note. It's just to say, hey, Azura was there. She was in my last. It's real. The Jinx note might be real, you guys. Toodaloo, like crew. Thanks for watching.